Hi, greetings. It's Seymour with your weekly update. And as we get closer and closer to shipping, a lot of focus recently on packaging, the boxing, the materials that enclose your gorgeous new products when they arrive. We did an update in the past about this. Everyone seemed to really like it, so I thought I'd give you an update and show you the very latest designs, the latest models. But the first thing to understand about producing packaging, because we all, especially this time of year, think how many packages you've opened in the course of the last month. Crazy, crazy numbers. And we tend to think of packaging as being absolutely nothing, but packaging has there's obviously all kinds of issues to do with sort of safety, protecting products in transit, and that kind of thing. But it's incredibly important for perceptions. You've placed your trust in us that we're going to ship you something amazing, and if we send it out to you and the packaging is kind of lame, right, before you've even had a chance to experience the product, that would be a downer. On the other hand, if we send it to you and it looks absolutely beautiful, it's going to underline your expectations, going to underline the faith that you've placed within us. And so I thought I'd just take you through the process a little bit. The first thing is, and you can see down here on the board, I'm actually going to move the camera over here a little bit and just sit down, because I want to talk through. I didn't put this on the board in order to do this with you now, but it's actually pretty handy that it's here. This diagram is from one of our recent internal meetings, talking about the packaging. Here is your product. Call it Life. Here we go, MAGFAST Life. All right. There's obviously, it could be any of the products, but imagine that this is Life here in the middle. This is just one of the models we have to play with. And there's all of these different layers that go to make up the packaging and your perception of the product. So there's the product itself, needs to be beautifully engineered, designed to last, all of those good things. Then printed onto the surface of the product, we did an update on this a while ago, is what we call the dress. It's the printing that goes onto the surface. Again, very, very important. If it's done well, it gives this feeling of kind of elegance. If it's done badly, we all know what a kind of a crappy product is like when you get it out and it just looks like nobody cared. So the dress is really important. This is actually, this diagram was put here because in order to manage the process properly with so many different products, each needing each of these layers, we needed to develop a SKU system, a numbering system, a way of labeling all of the different files that anybody could find any of the files anytime. So the dress goes onto the surface. Then around that, you see it says product film. That's because there's a little light plastic wrap around it that protects the product as it moves through production, and also says it looks great when you take it out of the box. So we've got the product itself, there's the printing on the surface of the box, then there's a plastic film around that. Then it sits in a tray. Okay, it sits in a tray that holds it nice and snugly in place, nice and safely in place during transit. Right, there's then here collateral, in other words, a little leaflet, possibly instructions. If there's any compliance, some products have to have compliance stuff to do with, legal compliance, electronic interference compliance, and that kind of thing. So sometimes there's pretty much always there's some kind of paperwork that needs to be included there. If you go look up MAGFAST fingerprint, you'll understand that we're managing to reduce quite a lot of this by including it in the fingerprint code that we're putting on the product that you can just scan with your phone to get a lot of the information. But still, some of it will need to be included there. Then there's the box itself, right, like that. And then there's a film around the outside of the box. Oh, sorry, there's a label on the box itself. And because of our commitment to both to our fingerprint program and to the Amazon Transparency Program, which is dedicated to making the ultimate goal is to completely eliminate fraud, counterfeit products in the supply chain. Each of these labels has to be individually produced. So we can't just produce a label, the same label can't go on every single product that's the same. Each label has to be individually produced with the transparency code, with the fingerprint code, serial numbers and all this, that and the other. Each of those has to be individually placed on there, has to match the product that's on the inside. Then the box is closed. Then there's a film around the outside of the box, and then this larger box around the edge here, I put outer wrap. I'm going to show you that in just a second. We won't be doing an outer wrap for individual products, but when we ship more than one product together, which is what most people, we're very fortunate that Out there in the world, most chargers get ordered one at a time. Here at MAGFAST, you're choosing to order several products each time because they work so beautifully together. So I'll show you the outer wrap in just a second. So with that in mind, let's flip over to the screen and let me show you the latest work. And what we're looking at here is MAGFAST Life, as I showed you just now, with the box open. Okay, so here's the lid of the box over on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, the box is open with MAGFAST Life sitting inside of it, and here's some of the collateral down in front of you. If I click on here, I can show it you with the collateral. There's the collateral popped into the front of the box. You can see it fits perfectly in there. The collateral is going to include some reminders of some of the upgrades that we've included since we first specified the program during development. We've, across the board, I think we've managed to make all of the products significantly better than we'd first envisaged, and faster charging is certainly one of those. Now, if I want you to, you've got an idea about this one box here. So let's look at from what I was showing you on the board just now, this bit here, for instance, the bit I'm just highlighting there, that would be the tray, right? That the product Life is sitting there in the nice tray. There's the collateral, there's the box, and so on. So let's go back and look at all of the products laid out here. Okay, so on the left there's the jumper cables for MAGFAST Extreme. Here's MAGFAST Extreme, okay, in its new expanded form with the 3 cheese, and all of these boxes are closed at the moment. And I want to just point out something about the packaging. This is not packaging that we would use for retail if we were putting it out in stores, because we are working exclusively for you, making them for order. The job of this packaging is to delight you when your product arrives, and then to provide you with packaging that you want to keep because you feel proud to be a part of this, potentially to store stuff in, although I think you're going to be using your products rather than storing them the whole time. And we want to make the packaging so great that you want to use it the whole time. And in fact, let me just put this picture up on the screen quickly for you now. This is one of the panels that we're including on our website these days, talking to people who are thinking of joining the MAGFAST family, just saying, look, we want the packaging to be so great that you never ever want to throw it away. Perfect for projects and storage around the house. So here's the complete set of packages. Right, each product depicted, actually depicted life size on the top. And if we take the lids off, you can see here's the products inside. There's the jumper cables, Extreme. We've got wall up at the top there. There's air. Okay, time for Apple Watch, if you've gone ahead and ordered that. There's Life we were talking about just now, and there's Road. And then here in a thinner box will be the individual tips and cables, depending on which ones you've ordered, whether you go ahead and get a Pro Kit or whatever. All right, let's pull these apart a little bit. Here are the trays. All right, if you can see, they're in exactly the same spot here. So the jumper cables don't have a tray, the tips don't have a tray, but for these ones here, here's their tray molding. We're going to make this out of some environmentally responsible material. I promise you, we haven't finalized it yet. I'm looking at a variety of different options there. And the first products we ship will come in these individual containers, because one of the things we've learned as we go along is that getting all of the products to the finishing line simultaneously is actually much harder than we had thought. So we are going to be starting to ship products as soon as they become available, and you'll be able to make the choice about whether you want to wait and get them all together, or whether you're prepared to, to kind of chip in for some extra shipping if you want to get it in multiple batches. So here is a box for Pro Kit. As I say, I think the initial Pro Kit, I know the initial Pro Kits are going to be going out as individual pieces, but I'll show you how great that's going to look in just a second. But when we're in a position to ship complete Pro Kits, it'll be a nice box like this. Take the lid off the box, and you can see here's the collateral packaging again, the individual envelopes. Really, really pleased with how this has come out. And this is like a chocolate box. You take off the top layer, and here's the first layer underneath. There's Road, Extreme, and Life. Fantastic. Lift that layer off. Here's the second layer with the 2 MAGFAST walls with double the power, and USB-C we're including in that now, another of the upgrades. And there's air in the middle, and here's all of them layered, like the kind of 3 layers of the chocolate box laid out next to each other. And one of the things we're most proud of, and that I think you guys have been most proud of when we showed you the early samples of it, is that this entire packaging system is designed as a system so that regardless what you've ordered or you decide to add to your order, we can send it all out looking great. So here, for instance, is a pro kit for someone who's getting the jumper cables. If you didn't get the jumper cables, you'll be able to add them when we do the when we come to do the what we call the final checkout, when everything's ready to go. But here's, if you notice, the jumper cable package fits perfectly onto the side of a pro kit, right? Because not everyone's getting the jumper cables. So jumper cables come separately on the side like that. Here's a bunch of different boxes, and do you see how they all fit together perfectly into the same size and shape format? Here's Extreme, the box for Extreme, with another Extreme on the side here. Sorry, forgive me, the box for Pro Kit, and here's another Pro Kit in individual boxes on the side. Look, there's the mini cables, Road Life, 2 walls, Air and Extreme, and jumper cables. And so you can see that Pro Kit can be shipped either in its own custom box or as individual pieces. And here is here's another arrangement. Same pieces arranged differently there. And here is the thing that we are most. This is just mind blowing. I hope you're sitting down for this. Here is the package, an example of a package when it arrives with a group of different products within. And let's unwrap it. I'm going to do this animation for you now. So here we go, unwrapping it like so. And there's the individual boxes within. There goes wall, the mini cables, and Extreme. So this piece here, we're gonna, you know, when you have it would typically be a gentleman's suit or jacket where it's kind of straightforward looking on the outside, you know, kind of clean and smart looking on the outside. We're going to do a kind of fun pattern on the lining on the inside here, like having a lining in your jacket. That's fun. But we've got this grid in here to show the position for now. And the great thing about this is that in manufacturing, one of the very easiest things in manufacturing are all, you know, 100 times harder than you think. They really, really are, which is why getting it right takes such a very long time. But this die cut, as it's called, piece here, is one of the very simplest things to do. So we can have a bunch of different die cuts made of different sizes to cover all of the most common combinations of things that are going to be packed inside. So we're showing it to you here with this particular combination of Life, Wall, mini cables, and Extreme, which is a combination that a few people have ordered. But by going through the data and looking at all of the different sets that people have ordered, we can make a set of die cuts that cover 99% of options. So I want you to just imagine when the day comes, you're going to be getting a package like this, and I hope you feel as proud looking at that as I do showing it to you, because we're really, 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 really excited about it. Beautiful. Thank you. See you next week.